Welcome back to DIBBS Exchange. I'm Michelle Brown, your coach and your mentor. Today's video is very interesting. I've never been asked this question before. It's a simple answer, but I've never been asked. Carl wants to know, before he gets into the DIBBS course, does he need a license to sell masks to Defense Logistics? Let's get into it, Carl. Let's talk about it. Hey, before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know real quick two things. Number one, February 17th, I'm holding a live free training for DIBBS, How to Win Contracts with Defense Logistics Agency. So click on the link in the comment section if you would like to attend. It's in the evening to accommodate those of you that have a work schedule. And number two, if you're already in my DIBBS course, you are considered a student and a protege. So I created a hotline for you to contact me. You can contact me with urgent questions or questions about the course. It's in the comment section. Just click on the link. Now let's get into the video.
Hi Michelle, how you doing? My name is Carl. I'm one of your followers on YouTube. I'm already signed up with SAM, and I was trying to find out, do I need a license to sell like face masks to the DLA? And I'm just trying to find out before I sign up for the course.
So for the record, let me just state that Carl did not tell me he wanted to sell 50 million children's masks. You guys know me. Whenever you ask me a question, I do a little bit of research. I wanted to make sure that there were masks out there that needed to be sold to DLA. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that there is a humongous opportunity for Carl to sell DLA directly, children's high performance masks. So I'm going to walk Carl through what it would take for him to get into something like this. But to answer his question directly first, no, you do not need a special license. The only thing that DLA will ask you for is who's your manufacturer, and they need proof that you can sell or you have permission or authorization to sell these medical masks to the government. That's it. So if you bring in your own manufacturer, which in this case, this is a very, very serious 50 million mask deal. It's not done yet. They're just doing a request for information, but I wanted to share this with Carl so that he can see there are definitely opportunities out there for him. If he's ready to do something this serious, I'm going to talk to him about it. So the answer is no, you don't need a license, Carl, but you do need a manufacturing partner, whether the masks are already made or whether you're going to get the mask made. You would need what we call proof of authorization for you to sell the masks as a distributor to the government, unless you are the manufacturer yourself and you're making the masks. So let's get into it. This is me going into SAM. I started looking around for masks and I find this request for information for someone like Carl to dig into. The government is trying to find out, are there sources available? Large business, small business, mid-sized businesses, anyone that is interested in making masks for the federal government, or if you have access to sell masks to the federal government, they want to hear from you. So this opportunity is called High Performance Children's Masks. Defense Logistics, which you guys know them as DIBBS. This is not necessarily through the DIBBS system, but it is through Defense Logistics. What they will probably do is once they start getting sources, they will post opportunities for these masks in DIBBS. They may leave it also in SAM.gov. That's not unusual. You can see oftentimes that there are opportunities, especially if they're over $250,000, that can be posted in SAM.gov, but you can also find them in DIBBS. So in this case, they're just trying to find out the sources. So you can see this was due, the request for information was due on February 3rd, but they have not even started the solicitation process. Because this is like a sources sought, a RFI, Carl could literally contact these people and still give them the information. They want to find out what small businesses are out there that are willing to work with them. So they're still looking for information. So Carl would need to make sure that he has the right codes in his SAM to sell these children's masks to Defense Logistics Agency. So when I clicked on the link for the opportunity to provide children's masks to DLA, I get all of this information. I get the PSC code, FSC code. This is 6532 under clothing. This is an area that I also win contracts in, an area that I pursue. You also see the description down here where they talk about their intent, the government's intent to buy or provide contracts to anyone that can provide up to 50 million per contract, but a total of 100 million high performance children's masks. So whenever you look at an opportunity like this, Carl, you want to click on the link and get as much detail up front as you can. This is what I call the hit list, bid or no bid, meaning, do I want to spend more time on this? It's lovely when they give you details on the page without having to download all the documents. So this says, yes, absolutely, Carl is probably interested in this. It does tell you also that they will make multiple awards. They do not want to make one single award more than 50 million, but that's all right too. So this is some really good information. Carl could read this and decide, am I interested? Do I want to move forward? If the answer is yes, we'll keep going. The next section, this is still the front page. I love when they put all the details right inside. As soon as you click on the opportunity, you see all these details. All they want people that are interested, like Carl, to do, all they want him to do is to send all of his details, company name, cage code, whether or not he's interested, is he self-certified, is he a small business. All he has to do is answer these questions. There is a document that he uses for a format. If they don't give you a document, you make a very professional document, copy and paste all of the answers to these questions inside a document, which is, it looks like this is probably just a couple of pages. You put your logo, a cover page, and you put the request for information on the front cover page. When it was due, let them know that you just found the opportunity, Carl, but you're very interested. So when it does come out as a pre-solicitation, when they do give more information and they open this up as a bid or ready to bid, you're ready. And can you use foreign sources? You may be able to use foreign sources for the mask if it is applicable. And I say that because you need to ask the contracting officer or read the requirements to determine if they will allow you to use sources from other countries. It would be great if you could work with a manufacturing partner because we need to do more of our own business here in the United States. We just do. We're in trouble right now because we make barely anything. So if you could find a partner, Carl, to do something like this, you need to get moving. This is big. So let's move on. So we continue with the questions. Look at question number 6. Does your company currently have fully manufactured, unallocated stock on hand that are available to ship within 5 days of a contract award? So what Carl would need to do is find his source right now because this is an absolute. It's going to become a contract and a solicitation. Even if he can't get all 50 million, Carl should be working on a source right now. But here's the contact information to the contracting officer. He should answer all of these questions and then write to this contracting officer, letting the contracting officer know with his capability statement that I am interested in this opportunity. I am a small business, whatever your certification is. If you don't have any, that's fine too, because they haven't decided if this is going to be a set aside yet. Remember, we didn't see any information for this being a set aside, but if they see you guys responding as small businesses, they will set it aside. Lastly, Carl, here is a Q&A document that you need to download. Read the questions and read the answers. You can learn a lot by reading the answers to questions that other companies ask, because then you will know what you need to do. So this is a Q&A about the request for information. You can use that document to prepare. And here is also the SAL, which is the statement of work, which gives all of the details that you will need, Carl, to prepare to win this defense logistics contract. And that's it. So thank you, Carl, for your question. And I hope you decide that you want to move forward with this opportunity.